walking away because I ain't got no time for that no more. When I was growing up, because I ain't get my way. Oh, hell with that. You can get your way.
And that.
I raised 11 babies.
And that is my mom.
Mama raised
That's my
11.
mom, man. And I can never be mad at my mom because once you understand the history of your mother, like the blood, once you understand certain aspects that happened that was out of their control, that was not within their, go ahead, Mom, not within their wherewithal to be able to control, it changes who you are. Because you raised a certain kind of way to begin with, right? You raised a certain kind of way when you got a two-parent functioning household. So when the two functioning family household, right? Two-parent household, right? Stops to exist, changes the child. Changes the child. Now, the reason why I bring this up and the reason why is because in peace, anybody know anything about the history of substance? Right? How the substance actually got here, right? Then you understand how it changed the plights of certain Americans. Now, whether you want to say rightly or wrongly, it was deceptively done. Now, far be it from me. Do your own research, figure it out for yourself. Because once you know, you cannot not know. And I know. So, with me knowing things that I know, right, makes it very hard to adjust to one system that one grew up in. And with that information, you are changing, evolving, ever increasingly evolving. And so, as I continue to evolve, I am starting to understand, along with that evolution, why things exist the way that they exist. Now, some may say that I am being, I don't know, man. They've made various words for what I'm talking about. But here's the, what I'm talking about is truth. Facts are facts. Facts matter. And when you are put in a box, and it's designed for you to stay in that box, it changes who you are as an individual. And that's why I brought up my mother, right? This live episode started with my mother because my mom is me. What her and I was talking about was my pop, who isn't the man his dad was, who I happen to know, right? And because he wasn't the man that his dad was, it skipped a generation. Because my dad didn't grow up in a two-family household either. Nor did my grandpa grow up in a two-family household either. Nor are my children growing up in a two-parent household. You understand? So, the whole reason for this live episode is to understand transformation. It's heavy. It's a lot heavier than we think it is. than you think it is. Understand something about transformation is like planting a seed, right? Right. I mean, let's go back there. Evolution, the true essence. Planting a seed, watching it grow, watching what happened through the stages of growth and all of that. It's a beautiful thing. If you looking at it from a broader perspective, it's not just how the plant meticulously, slowly evolve into something beautiful, right? Look at the trees. Where do you think that started? With a seed. Here we got trees that's 100 years old, 1,000 years old, probably. We don't know. You got to cut it down, read the rings to find out, apparently. Telling you, transformation. It's nefarious going on. So, transformation, because it skipped a generation of this pop, right? Would have been very, very different. Here's the thing that I want everybody to know. My dad wasn't involved in my life. You know what I'm saying? I seen my dad 3 times. I seen my father. I mean, I keep calling him dad out of respect. I mean, that's how much I revere the title, though. It's the title to me, right? Without him, there wouldn't be me. I respect that. So I have to respect him. You know what I mean? In that kind of way, man. But I get off track sometimes. You know what I mean? I respect who my pop is and who he always will be, right? Loving, right? But pop is pop. And I think he wasn't there. So I missed something. So everything that you see that I am creating myself to be is what God want me to be. Truly what God want me to be, right? When I think about being a little league, pitcher on the mound, strikeout after strikeout, my dad didn't teach me that. And I like to tell myself, I taught myself that. No, that was a gift. That was God's gift to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going somewhere with this transformation thing. So that's why I need you to kind of pay attention. And you got to remember, I got to go to work. So this is hitting me like right now. Give it to him. Right. So the transformation piece, like my dad didn't give me those gifts. He didn't need to develop my gifts and talents. Right. God did that for me. Right. And so when the epidemic of cocaine came into the community, right, it changed everything. Everything. Hear me. Hear me. The residual and resounding effect of that is Generation X, Z, and yeah. Right? And believe you me, the prison population isn't what it was not what it is today. If it wasn't for that. Right? And then if you think about what was going on prior to, now we talking about transformation. We talking about transformation. There's a lot of names you can put in transformation. Now, I don't even want to go on the biblical side of transformation. Save that for another day. Whew. I'm talking about people. We've been living in a box, straight box. Look at your TV. Now take your vision that God gave you and look beyond your TV. That's where I'm at. What's on the other side of that TV? Woo! Amazing. Transformation. It's important for us to understand where we are in society. Transformation. Powerful. With that, I'm going to leave you with this. We can change it. We have an opportunity because once you know, you cannot not know. And I just use those few little things to demonstrate to you what I mean by transformation. And now I'm going to, God, with God's permission, be more impactful, man. Please stay safe, stay solid, stay